All right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our trading room. This is Robert Roy, your host. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Let's go ahead and make sure you all can hear me. If you would please go ahead and type the number 1 in the chat box. Let me know that you can. I would greatly appreciate it. There is nothing worse than talking to myself for the next hour, although I feel like that sometime with my kids. All right. Daniel, thank you, sir. Yep. Good afternoon. Fantastic day, Jim. All right. Afternoon, Kevin. Hey, Brenda. Robert K., how are you, sir? Very good. Woo! All right, those that are on YouTube, you can type in as well, and we will get those questions. They come right through, so don't worry about that. You make sure you participate. Participate, something like that. Right? I kind of jumped ahead a little bit there. Actually, let's try to do this the right way. What do you think? Might not be a bad idea. Let's pretend we're professional about this. How about that? Like we've done webinars before. All right. Keep in mind, everything we look at is for educational purposes only. Nothing is meant to be advice or recommendations as we go through here today. Coming up, guys, we got a lot of great stuff this week happening. We got Patterns in a Flash coming up on the 6th and the 20th. Tony does twice a month. Trading You, the next one is the 13th. Our Inner Circle is coming up on the 14th. Monster Market Movers on the 28th. What a great class we had last week. And then Mastermind Group coming up on Tuesday night. Here we go with free online trainings this week. We've got Power Hour, which you are in, and then Trading Coaches Playbook. Don't miss that, folks. Brandon, Ryan, Tony do an amazing job of teaching you. They go above and beyond. I've got to tone them down. They give you such great content in there. It's amazing what they're giving. You guys should be paying hundreds of dollars for that, and it's free. Right? All of our trainings are on the regular schedule this week for Power Option Plays, Covered Call Explorer, and E-mini. And here's our follow us page. Please and thank you. Please do follow along with the things that we do, folks. It'll keep you in tune with everything that happens. This morning I did 5. I did 5 videos this morning before I left the house to come here to teach Power Hour. We're going to do a couple this afternoon. Make sure you're staying on top of everything that we do so you are in the know and you've got some of the trading insights that I'm sharing inside of those trainings. Charting your way to success. I know so many of you were like, Rob, I just can't make it. I would love to come. I don't want to travel because of the holiday, the COVID, or the cost, or whatever it was. It was a great training. We definitely missed having you there. But we recorded it. We did a professional shoot. We have 5 camera video shoot on that training. We recorded it. We pulled it all together, cleaned everything up, made it nice and pretty for you, put it into a training series. We go in the basis of Fibonacci, some advanced components. We also go into when to change the fibs, including a newer one that I've just recently added to my list. That's now part of it as well. We get into the zero line breakout trade. The longest training I've ever done on it was over an hour. We do the inverted zero line breakout trade. There's participation from you, even when you're home on the series. There's going to be some work that you're going to be doing to keep up with the training in the class and so forth. So great series. If you're interested, it looks like Amy, I think it's Amy. Yep. Amy dropped the link in for that. So you can click on that link. And how did you guys do today? I should have asked this question first off so we could have got you started. How are your trades today? Talk to me. What have you been able to get done today? I don't care if they're funded or non-funded. It really doesn't matter to me. Tell me what you've done. Did you do a great trade on the SPY? Did you do a great trade on Apple or Amazon or whomever, the E-minis? Let me know in the chat box, right? Go ahead and type that in and let's see what's going on there. Good question. Jim said, when you sign up for the training, how long do you have access to it? Right? I thought we had it on here. Sean, let's make sure we get that adjusted. It's lifetime, right? You have it forever. It is not a period of time. You have it. You own it. It's yours. All right? So you can watch it as often as you would like. All right, you are welcome there, Jim. Glad that helped. All right, so let's see. Scalper Ed, how you doing, sir? Scalper Ed put $178 on the Dow futures. Nice job. Gillies, are these the ones you did? JP Morgan's COF, Capital One, and Expedia? Brenda, I appreciate it. I got to get a copy of that. Yes? Okay, so how'd you do on him? What did you do on him today, Gillies? Good job, by the way, Ed, on the Dow. Alan said, MasterCard liked the entry. 2 contracts, profit, got out before target 2, same day. Hey. All right, so you did, Alan, you did the zero line breakout trade? Yes, Joan, the training is, Sean, training's ready to watch now, correct? Correct. Yep, it's ready now. It's ready now. Who was that? Let's see. Yes, okay, good. Good. I love it. I absolutely love it. Great job. Do you like that trade, Alan? Let me know. Is that a trade setup that you think has possibilities to it? Something that you could see adding to your repertoire, to your trading arsenal on a regular basis for you? Yes, multiple exclamation points. There we go. Brenda again crushed it today on QQQ. Good job. There you go, Brenda. Excellent. Excellent. Anything over $1,000, folks. Gilly said by long was really good this morning. Excellent. Paula said 15% profit on the SPY. I wish I stayed in. There you go. Is there a manual too? Did we put the manual up, Sean? Yep, the manual's up there as well, Joan. So maybe we should get that on there as well, Sean, on the page. Manual, there's the Fibonacci exercise. They're all included up there. Let's see. Ed said, doing good, Rob. Hope you're well. Thanks for your ideas. Trading in the futures. Hello, Amelia. There you go. You're welcome, Brenda. All right, Suzanne. There we go now. $2,300 on the SPY and the Qs. Right? Smashing down that hammer, baby. Great job. Great job. I am stoked. Jim said, got in the SPY trade, crushed. I'm sorry. I thought I said crushed. Cashed out some for a $2,429 profit. I love it, man. You guys are doing awesome. Every week it's getting better. Up 155% on one, up 130% on another, 55% on another. Great job. Joan said, great. I'm looking forward to watching. Thank you. You're welcome, Joan. Paul, would you please review your daily picks, CRM and DFS? Was that in TradeWatch Alerts? Yeah, I'll see what I can do on those. They're not mine. They come from Amelia, Paul. But let's see what she did as her picks today. All right, thank you for that. All right, you guys are welcome. Awesome. Let's see how we did today. So I'll share with you what Amelia did. I'll share with you what I did, and we'll see where it all goes. We got Roman in here today. Can't see the names. They're too darn small. Yep. Roman, how are you making out today? Anything good for you? So if you look here, guys, single trade, right? Just single directional trade. Amelia went ahead and bought puts on this. Remember, for those that don't know, I say remember. For those that don't know, Amelia's our head trader, right? She puts out picks every single day on TradeWatch Alert. She crushes it every single day on them, almost every day. Not every day, right? But today we got 2 trades off, right? The SPY is one we always look to try to do. So she went ahead at 9:42 this morning and bought 13 contracts of the SPY 435 put at $2.34. So to do one contract, you needed $234. She sold that contract at $3.03 at 9:45. 3 minutes later. 3 minutes later, let's see, bought it $2.34. So what does that give me? $2.34 to $3.04 would be 70 cents, 80 cents. 80 cents, so about 79 cents on this trade. What a great rate of return, guys. You put it at 235 and you make back 80. What a great rate of return. Good job there. Really good job. Right? So that's trade number one. Pure directional trade. The second one is debit spread magic, which is just that. It's a debit spread. Name of the trade, debit spread magic. Right, so Amelia went ahead at 9:35 this morning, and these are all entered right on toss. And, of course, they're all non-funded we talk about. We did one contract of each. So on the October 8th, this Friday's options, right, the 128, 129 call, she had a debit of 50 cents. So what's going on there is she had to lay 50 cents out of her pocket. That's the max risk in this trade is 50 cents, right? Well, 9:50, so 15 minutes. It took a whole 15 minutes, as if it's long, in this trade, and she was able to get out of it with a credit of 75 cents. So think about it. She paid 50. She got back 75. It took 15 minutes. What are we looking at there? Well, she's got a 50% rate of return in 15 minutes. How many of you can get excited I can't see you raise your hands. You got ones and twos. How many of you can get excited about a 50% rate of return in 15 minutes? I mean, think about it, folks. Think about it. Let's see. Let's go. A bunch of questions came in or comments came in. I just want to make sure I grab them. Hey, Will. How you doing there? Yeah, not a big spread at all. Larry said, quick question. Why do you choose a delta? 65 to 85 is the ish, Larry. That's my range, my normal range there. Can't trade today, no signal on the job. I understand, right? I get it. 65 to 85 delta helps us out by making sure that we're getting an option in the sweet spot. We're not buying on a bell curve. We're buying the option, right at that sweet spot where we've got enough gain. We're not overpaying by buying an 85, 90, 95, 98 delta. And we're not trading an option that's got a 30 delta that is mostly time value and will take some movement before it starts picking up because delta is so small. So 65 to 85 is the range that I tend to choose. Does that mean other ones don't work? No, you could use any delta you want. It's just the one that works best for me, for my style of trading, seems to work well. So we did two really great trades here. You guys came up with some phenomenal trades today, so fantastic. I love it. I appreciate you sharing. Yeah, Jim said, I can get excited about that 50%. Way to go, Amelia. A lot of kudos coming back to you, Amelia. Missed a ton of entries. So Will's got someone to take care of, child, right? So with that, he said family's important. A bunch of entries came through, but I never got a trade off because I'm busy with family work, right? For me today, actually, let's go here first. Let's go ahead and Netflix. All right. Now, this is an intraday chart. It's a daily chart, but it's updated, for today's candle. And look at where we closed yesterday, Friday. We closed right at the top of this candle, right? Very close to the horizontal line, our zero line, right? And we stretched up this morning. Really nice. Good, strong run. Here, kitty, right? Here, kitty. I can't do it in a chair sitting down, right? But just what a great push. And then kaplunk, right? I mean, NASDAQ is down hundreds of points right now. At least it was right as we got started here today. We were down a couple hundred points, 350, I think it was. So what's going on here? Well, if we take this candle and translate it out then into an intraday setup, do we have a place that we can consider an entry on Netflix? And if I max this chart, so that horizontal line, that 615.60, that is the zero line right here, 615.60. Okay, the blue line we've got there. So we bring this back up. No, not doing that. No command line. We're good. Okay. So look at what happened. First candle, whoosh, great push to the upside. The bulls are on board, right? Yeah, throw the money at it, man. Go, go, go. And we gave almost every penny of it back in the next 5 minutes. Look where we closed. This is why I asked if Roma was in the room. Look where we closed. Okay? We closed right below that 615.60 level. We opened up here, about the same level. We had a slight push up. It's about 40 cents below it or so. We had a slight push up, very small, and then we failed. From there was an entry into an option. I did the 620 puts. So if we go to 620 puts on Netflix, and we can go ahead, if I click on anything that's not a price, right? Looks like nothing happened. But now come back, and this is the option chain. So that entry came on the 45 candle. So right here, this candle. So the entry is about 13 and a half-ish, right? And that option right now, if we go back and look at it, is trading at 22 and a half by 24.80, right? So goes from 13 to 22, over $10 move. Nice setup today on Netflix. This is a very typical, very standard setup for me to look at in the mornings. It's my day trade role. It's what I do every single day as the markets open up. I look at a half a dozen different stocks, the Amazons of the world, and that's exactly where I'm going with it. Let's see. Alan said, just a risk management question. What is the max buying power in your account you're willing to commit? Commit to what, Alan? See, if you're asking my personal account in a person with a $500 account, it really is a difference depending on where you are at as a trader, experience-wise, how much money you have in the account, what the risk profile is. They all play into that. So I'm going to make one up. If you're a person that has a $2,000 account, you should be looking to do 3 to 4 equal dollar trades. That locks up your buying power, but it doesn't lock up what you are willing to risk in the trade. That's just what you are entering the trade in. In other words, you may put $700 into a trade. That doesn't mean that you're going to let the whole $700 at risk. Now, with that being said, I buy an option for $700. It's a $7 option. I buy one contract. It's $700. That company comes out and their name is whatever the new Enron would be. And they go from $38 to $2 overnight. My option is worthless. I didn't plan on $700 at risk, but obviously anything that we take as a trade, we have all the money at risk. You buy Microsoft shares, every penny of that money in Microsoft shares is at risk. But that's not what it's my buying power effect. Your question was buying power. It comes down to what your risk profile is. For me, I have no problem trading 4 contracts of Amazon. You got $100 a contract. That's 40 grand. You're dropping into a trade for trading Amazon for the day. Because to me, a day trade is a day trade, right? The broker doesn't say you can only do 3 intraday trades in a 5-day period if you have under $25,000. But they don't say that can only be stocks under $10, right? I could trade Amazon. That's a trade just as I would to trade a Sprint or anybody else like that, any other low Ford or something like that, right? So let me know if that answers it for you, Alan. If not, let me know and I will help you out there. Roman said, saw Netflix, missed it, didn't chase it. Yeah, and you can't. You can't chase it. Netflix open interest now 138. It was over. Well, open interest is at 138. Is that Jim? So open interest is a number, Jim, that was as of yesterday's close. Volume is today. I can't tell you what the open interest number is because if we look, the open interest is 138. The volume is 413. How many of those 413 are buys? How many, to open? Not even buys to open. How many of them are 2 open positions versus 2 close? You can have a buy to open, a sell to open. They're opening positions versus a 2 close position. I don't have the answer to that. So, but volume is what you're looking at there. The 138, that was what it was when last night when the market closed and they did the calculations. 138 was the final number, right? When you turn on your computer this morning, you'll have 138. Tomorrow, that number will be changed. Guaranteed it'll change. How much and which way, I don't know. But it definitely will change. All right, good, Alan. I'm glad. Appreciate it. All right, so let me go back to here for a sec. And we're talking correction or reversal. Oh, everybody has an opinion. And mine is just that, an opinion. I'm not right. I'm not guaranteeing it's doing this. I'm not stating it as a fact. My opinion is we're not done yet, right? And maybe some of it is wishful thinking. But if we go ahead and look at Let me just get this out of my way. If we go ahead and look at Omega charts, and let's go to the S&P. All right. Let's see. We got Amos here today. We do not. Okay. So we got into a room the other day. We were in a training somewhere, and let's see, F11. Do hands. And I want you to see the entire thing of what I've got drawn here. Actually, let me stretch it up here a little bit, and then let's try this. I think that's good right there. That's as much as I could stretch it out top to bottom, okay? So what I did was I drew this red line, this long red arrow. I drew that line there for a 10% correction off of the all-time high, which was recent, right? And that's where it came to. I then drew a fib in here from this bottom line up to the top, and I really only wanted the 50 percentile. But then I said the way that I draw my blue zones, where I highlight two areas, let's say you've got a stock is at a support line rather from fibs is at 195, and then we also have a horizontal line at 200. I connect those two lines and make them into a rectangle, make it blue, because a blue zone is a health zone. It's an area of strength is what it is. Well, I didn't want to turn this into blue because that's not what it was meant to be. I wanted to look at how the 50 and the 618 reacted just to see where things were moving. How much from the high of that 10% have we dropped? So I drew the fibs in the wrong direction, but it was done purposely, right? So we could come up with this answer, these numbers as to where we are. And if you look, actually, let's do it that way. Okay. So we pushed down here last week. This is Monday, right? We pushed down here last week. Get the crosshair right here, okay? And then we catapulted from there. We dropped back off again last week, and we went down, kind of sideways, big down. We got back into this green box again, right? That low, we had violated that low on Thursday. Friday, we stretched down lower. We bounced out. The bulls were excited. It's coming out of its problem. It's bouncing. Life is good. And then today, we start to stretch up, and we get right up to a fib line. And we go kaplunk. And yes, that is a technical term. Write it down. It's with kablam and kapow. All the Batman stuff can be used in the market, right? So, and now we stretch down below this fib line even longer, right? Even further down. Now, we've recovered some today. All of this being said, guys, are we going further down from here? I really do hope we make it further down. And I wanted to get down that 10% correction. It's very healthy in a market. You may look at it as, what if I have trades go against me? I understand I've got one right now that is against me because I am in this bullish position and the market's doing the opposite, right? Going down. It is what it is. It's a trade. It goes against me. I have trades go against me. That's part of what happens in the market. You don't win on all of them. But I don't want it to just get there. I needed to get there in time. I want it to bounce a little bit like it did on Friday. I want to see a day or two down, and I want to see 2 or 3 days up. And I want to see a day down and another day up, and then 2 or 3 days down. And I just want this capitulation where it's kind of you're sitting there and you're like, all right, everything is good. And you're like, oh no, now what? And okay, tomorrow everything's okay. The next day everything's okay. And then, it's falling apart again. I want that fear. That fear is not even the word. It's all right, I'm done. I don't know what it's doing. I'm throwing my hands up. I'm getting into position one in the chair. I ain't doing nothing until the market wakes up and decides what it wants to be when it grows up. And all of that to say, is it a correction or a reversal? I'm hoping for the 10% correction. Are we going to get the bounce and the reversal off of here? We very well might. I don't have the answer. The answer should always be trade the market at hand. You should not stop trading. You need to modify and adjust your trading, your system to what works right now. And what's working today? Day trades. Day trades. Whether you're doing futures, Forex, bonds, heck, I'm good with that too, if that's what you want to do. Any kind of futures, not just cash settle futures like the Dow and the YM and the ES, hogs, everything, orange shoes, I don't care, whatever it is. Forex, futures, options, of course, right? I don't care what the vehicle is. You want to day trade that vehicle. Now, could you do it with stock? Sure, you can. You could buy stock. You could short stock. Absolutely. Yes. But options give us such a great field of leverage. Your system should not be relegated to I only do this. I only trade covered calls. I only trade credit spreads. Because when that market doesn't work and volatilities drop dramatically and there's not a lot of cash in a credit spread, then what do? Right? When volatilities get too low, when the VIX gets too low, covered calls become very complex to get a decent rate of return. Diagonals, a little bit higher price stocks, they seem to hold on well. Right? So the bottom line is we don't have an answer. The healthiest thing for the market is a 10% correction. Now, could it go further? Yeah. Do I want it to go further? No, I'm not looking for a bear market here, which would be 20%. But a 10% correction gives me a lot more comfort with adding to positions. I think things are very overvalued, and this gives us an opportunity to say, all right, at least I can buy them at a lower price. And that's part of what the correction does. Okay? All right. Let's see. Yeah, I think you're right. Well, so Tom said, if that 21 crosses the 55, oh boy. Yeah, well, it puts us in a true bear then, Tom, that's for sure. Beautiful H pattern. Yeah, it is. You're right, Daniel. It is a nice H. So Jim said SPX 4181 is a fib number. Is it possible if you redraw the fib lines or misread the neckline and instead of 4091.26, it could end up at 4181? So that 4181 is still a support level without a doubt, Jim. Right? And there it is. See this black line, folks? That dark black line? That's 4181. That is a fib number on the Fibonacci number series. When you add up 1 and 1 is 2, 2 and 1 is 3, 3 and 2 is 5, and keep going. Whatever the two numbers before it are, add up to 4,181. That is a whole number, a fib number. And you may not even realize it. And I know the chart's going to get busy, but here's the 4181. You can see the darker lines. Those are all fib lines, right? It's hard. You really can't tell. This is a monthly chart. It's just too busy. It's too busy on there, but it is an important level. I think it's one we have to watch for sure, Jim. I don't think just because it doesn't fit per se right now into where I drew the fibs, it's still a level we're going to see hesitation at. It absolutely is a level we're going to see hesitation at, for sure, right? So because of how powerful it is. Now, some of you going, but why would it hesitate there? It has no real value to it. It has, the value that it has to it is more, I know it's there, but I can't see it. Did you see me breathe? You saw me breathe, but how do you know I really breathe? Did you see my air? Of course not. You know it's there, right? You know I was breathing. I know 4181 is there, but the distinguishable, or what makes it distinguishing that it stands out, where's the stock hit it before? Maybe not. Maybe hardly at all. Maybe not the way you want it to. But it is a number that psychologically a person looks at and doesn't even realize that they're stopping in that area. But that's how fibs work with everything. Go look at art and find things that are perfectly designed with Fibonacci and watch how appealing it is to the eye. Go give a kid some crayons or some paint and have them slap it on a piece of paper. It's beautiful because it's your child, your grandchild, right? Your friend's kid, whatever. But walk into a McDonald's and they got a bunch of those pictures hanging on the wall and you're like, oh yeah, that kid needs art lessons. All right. You know what I'm talking about, right? And my wife and my daughter recently went to a paint night. My daughter got it for my wife as her birthday gift. And it was a wine and paint night, which I guess makes it really interesting. My wife's is now hanging in the hallway. She'd rather it wasn't. My youngest daughter lives with us still. She hung it up. My oldest daughter said, it is not even coming home. No, you cannot even take a picture of it to show everybody. We didn't get to see it because she wouldn't let my wife photo it, take a picture of it. But my daughter is not an artist. Okay. That's not, and it wasn't a paint by numbers. It was a freehand paint. So apparently the colors were bad. The lines were bad. The shape was bad. The wine was good. That I figured from the painting. But I think you get the idea, right? You got to look at the picture is what it comes down to. So that 4181, Jim, I think could become very important, will become very important to us if we get down below that 5618. We've got that one line down there and so forth, the dark blue line, the 4200, the 4181. Then we're at 4100 and then 4091 is the next one. Robert K. See if you are breathing reminds me of the movie Weekend at Bernie's where he's dead at the beach house. Yeah, Robert, I've used an example of that in trainings. I did it last week in Charting Your Way to Success. When people weren't participating, I said, I don't want to have to go ahead and have Amy, who was in the back of the room with us there, go to the bathroom, break the mirror, bring it in so I could stick it under your nose and see if you're breathing so I don't have to call 911, right? Now, I do it a lot more excitement when I do it in front of a room, but great idea, right? Yep, I'm breathing for sure. Cool. All right. So, I mean, guys, S&P 500, you got to keep your eye on it. You got to keep your eye on these levels. You got to keep your eye on what the S&P is doing. Do not get sucked into the quick little bounces. Now, listen, if you think it's breaking out and you want to go take that trade, you go for it. But look at what's happened in the last week. Every 5 days, 5 or 6 days, every time we get what looks like a little bounce, whoosh, it comes right back. It's almost like, all right, what time in the morning is it? Oh, it's 9:32. The market should be going up. What time is it now? It's 10:15, 10:30. Oh, the market should be going down. It's almost as if in the mornings we see the push and then the reversal. Now, was that the way on Friday? No, we had a great day on Friday. Good recovery. Here, kitty, kitty. Right? That's how it lines up. All right. You see? Great. Okay. Excellent. Folks, remember, those of you that are on YouTube that are here with us, make sure you send your questions in. I want to get you guys involved as well. Ask the questions. We're going to get started with that, right? Keep that going is what I mean. If you are on YouTube, please like, subscribe, ring the bell, make sure that you keep up with all of our content. Here, let me ask you guys something. Let me get this before I do that, though. Jim said, want to show up bounces in a down market. Go back to March of last year. Oh, yeah. I mean, listen, there's always going to be that. You're always going to have those opportunities, but you're right, Jim. You're absolutely right. So let me ask you guys this. If you had to rate what we do here in this training with a 1 to 10, 1 meaning I probably won't come back ever again, 10 meaning it is absolutely awesome sauce. This is great. Please do that for me now. And there's a reason I'm asking you to do it. Just drop it in. And I don't care what your number is. If you think it's a 6, you put a 6. I have no problem with that. Okay. A lot of 10s, bunch of 8s. 1-5. Amelia's throwing him out now. Okay, Alan, good. I got it. A 9. I got it. That's fine. Okay. So you guys get a lot of value out of what we do here. 9, I don't give the highest number. Yeah, me too. I don't normally do that in reviews and stuff like that because it doesn't leave any room for growth, right? So there's a reason I'm asking the question. Possibly next week, and some of you know, those of you that are in, they're in closer knit with me that are in some of my inner circle mastermind, you probably have heard that my father-in-law is in the hospital right now. It's not looking good. He's in hospice. It's not looking well. So we're in and out all the time. The whole weekend was spent in the hospital. So I don't know where my schedule is right now and what's going on. But we're shooting for next week at some point, 9 a.m. live every morning, Monday through Friday is the goal. All right. We're going to do a live show on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and any other streaming that we can get to with the software that we have. We're going to be streaming on there. We're going to do a pre-market review. We're going to look at the futures. We're going to look at candidates as potential trade setups. We're going to talk about what's going on there, maybe look at some options if we got data on the options chain. So what do you guys think of a 9 a.m., let's call it 9:20, call it about 20 minutes because I need 10 minutes to reset everything for myself, get my charts ready to rock and trade. What do you guys think? Okay. Excellent. Cool. I'll be there. Yes. I understand, Daniel. I get it. Sean wanted me to do it at 8:30 in the morning. I can't make that work, guys. That means I am up at 4:45 to make that work. I will not give up on my workout. I will not give up on my celery juice. I can't. I absolutely can't. This last year and a half, I've made sure to put my own personal health and well-being first and foremost. So you got 20 minutes that you're going to be watching both of us. Right? Yeah, I got to do it, Alan. I got to do it. It is too easy for me to sit at my desk and work right through and go, I have no time to get to the track today, so, we'll skip it today. This morning, it's raining here in New York. This morning, I was at the track at 5 to 6. I did 4 miles. That's my normal. Weekend, I did a little more. Yes, I did about 5.5. I was stoked. But I got a lot more time on my hands on the weekends. Yeah, so we're gonna start that shortly. Jim, it's going to be 20 minutes. It's going to go 9 to 9:20. There you go. Alan said, been there. Path to an early grave is running on the beach at 90. No, it's the path to an early grave. And then period, running on the beach at 90. Right? So good for you, Alan. Congratulations. I love it. I actually like running on the beach a lot. Finally, we always wanted you to do a live broadcast. That would be 9 a.m. Well, you got it, Jim. Yeah, so Brandon's still doing Think Tank. None of that's changing. Ed said, will it be taped? I'm not sure. It's going to be on YouTube. Sean, does it go up immediately once the broadcast is over? Yep. So it's going to be on YouTube. So it'll be up there. Yep. So we're not running it through Zoom. We're not collecting names. We're not asking, do you want to come? We're not reminding you. Well, we will, I guess, through emails during the week. But we will you're going to show up on your favorite medium. YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. Correct? Possibly LinkedIn also. That's the fourth one that we're looking at. And we're able to do this all at once, all from one camera. Actually, I'll be doing it from home. But all from that one camera on my computer, we'll be able to do it from. So overall, I'm excited. Just trying to figure out the when. Let's see. We're doing it 5 days a week, Bill. Monday through Friday. So you guys that are in E-mini, you belong watching what Brandon's doing. He's setting you guys up for some great trades. You want to be there. Yeah, I understand. I just don't know when else to do it. 9 o'clock is where it worked. Love the content. Yeah, I'll be done by 9:20, Will. I agree. Hey, Connie said, hey, Rob, I attended several classes in Cleveland back in your olden days. I'm not trading, lost too much money. Well, is this your first time being back here, Connie, meaning in Power Hour with me? Or I know we've got some people that we've been in touch with that we've been sending emails out to and so forth that are older emails for us. Yes? Okay, good. So you're going to find that we do things a little bit differently than when I was with the previous companies that I've been with. Right, we really do focus on making sure the strategies that we talk about have a high probability of success. If you heard, I don't know what time you were here today, but if you heard in the earlier part today when I was talking about how have you guys done today, all right, Scalper Ed learned what he's doing out of the original E-mini Think Tank, right, and he crushes it on a regular basis, right? Brenda, who's up just massive amounts, non-funded, which all we talk about in what she does on her Q's trades. Roman. Will, I mean, there's so many names in here. Jim, Tom, Suzanne, every one of these people that are putting things out of I did this. It's the strategies and techniques that we're doing here. You'll hear some of these, and I'll ask the questions to some. Where did you learn how to do it? I learned it from you. Had you been trading prior? I had tried for 3 years. It didn't work. I came here to Wealth Builders, and now I've got it down, and it's working. And thank you, and on and on and on and on and on. Right. So nothing to do that. That's not what I'm talking about. It's all that to say we've got some great information here. If you follow along with us, you will find there are systems that work And here, all right, you know what? I'll let the cat out of the bag today. Right? Let me do it. Let me just say it now. Here, Tom said 1,600 on the ES today and got out. Right? Tom was one of the names I mentioned. Well, Suzanne said, Wealth Builders has fixed my mess. I make money now and not lose a ton anymore. And I appreciate you saying it, Suzanne. And so many others like it have said it, right? So there's a strategy that I think every one of you, I know every one of you need to start trading. Without a doubt. Absolutely without a doubt. We have a large contention of people in Wealth Builders that trade covered calls, naked puts, diagonals, right? Diagonal spreads. My goal was to do an advanced training for them live, for that group live. It's probably going to be a 1 hour long training. What you will see is we're going to announce that whether you are in a Covered Call Explorer member or not, we are going to invite everybody to register for that training. Now, I will tell you, we're going to do one. We might put a second one on. We're going to do one. Our room holds 1,000 people. I fully expect we're going to fill that room up. Without a doubt. So you're going to want to register early before we shut the registration down, and you want to show up early because we always over-register a little bit because there are some people that will register and just not show because it is free, right? Life getting in the way type stuff. There will not be any recordings of it, right? It will be a live-only training that we're going to do. We'll probably do it at 8 o'clock at night Eastern time. We'll do a live-only training, and it will go into the members area for Covered Call Explorer. But I need you guys to really start learning this strategy. So what are your thoughts on me doing that training? Free, 100% free. There's nothing there. I mean, you pay nothing to get there. We're not even doing a give me a 61 cent type thing, which we've done before. You guys excited for this type of stuff? All right. I'm trying to read, and a lot of comments coming in. Don't stop. I love it, but let's see. Kind of said, you're the best teacher. I'm anxious to follow you. Good. I appreciate that. Dory said, I have been with you, different company, lost money. So handed over my account to the big bank that proved worthless, no management. There you go. Well, hopefully, Dory, you find some stuff here that will be very beneficial to you. I love the heart, Will. Thank you. Yeah, Alan, free? Sure. Yep, I like the Sherry. I like the 9 to 920. Good. Loving the training. Definitely do those. John said, definitely do those trades all the time. Daniel said, I need to start doing that strategy. So we're going to do a training on it. I already have the trainings in the members area of Covered Call Explorer, but there's nothing to register today. We did pick a name for it today. Covered Calls Uncovered. Yeah, you like that? Look at the pun on that. Uncovered is the naked puts, right? But I'm going to uncover all the secrets to the covered calls. There will not be any holdback. There will not be, if you want to learn the last piece of this, come to this class. There's none of that. This is how Rob trades those three strategies. The when, the why, and the how is all going to be in there. All right. So with that, what charts do you want me to look at? Drop them in. If you put them in earlier, I never saw them. So drop them in. It's always got to be at the end. Jim said, for the people that are struggling, keep suggestions simple. Spreads are not simple. Direction trades are easier. Explain candle patterns, easier to understand. Get people confident on simple trades. I agree. All right, so RIVN, Paula's asking for. So let's go take a look. I don't have it on here. So is it a new issue or let's see. Oh, IPO coming soon. Sorry, I didn't read the rest for Paul. I have no idea. I'm not sure who it is. I don't do a lot on IPOs unless I think they're big ones. Hood. I did Robinhood 2 days after it came out, but I don't do a lot of them. So let's look at it when they come out because I don't do the research on these guys. My research is technical based, and then listen to the talking heads on CNBC to see what they're looking at. All right, Cisco. Jim asked us for Cisco. All right, let's go and get a bigger picture. All right, so we have violated, oh boy, no. We violated the negative 618. We came back in, though. If we tried to draw off of here, we've failed and had more than that pull back already. So we're going to work off the levels we've got here. We're looking at 53 as your downside target on that one, Jim. I'd love to have caught it where it was on Friday and then a fail, not a gap like it did today. But bearish, not true bear. But I'm definitely looking at that 53, then 51 level as our next target. All right, MU, Micron. Usually Trip is asking that one. All right, so Micron was a zero line breakout trade. We're sitting right now at about 71. We're just below it. That's 70.86. So what I'm looking for is close a little bit lower on Micron. Tomorrow, come back up and retest and fail, and that's the entry that I'm looking for. If that's the case, we're looking at $69. Yeah, it's just not a lot of room in here. About $69 is our downside target for it. Brenda's asking for QQQ. Woo! $9 move, baby. Yeah. Go for it. Today was a great opportunity with that 353.87 as support. I'd like to see the Qs come back up a little bit today, right? Give the bulls some hope. Tomorrow, push back up to that horizontal red line, which is 353.87, and fail. And we've got a target of 346.5. 346.69 is the downside, Brenda. Autodesk, ADSK, Robert K. Robert, you always have the most interesting companies. If you hear me say Robert K is putting a symbol in there, y'all need to jot it down. Robert is an amazing trader. Robert, how long have we known each other now? If you're willing to admit it. How about that? Oh, God, we got a lot of messages that I'm not even seeing what you're saying. So let's see. But Autodesk is this one to put in. But if you hear me talk Robert K and you hear a symbol, Robert is really, he's a full-time trader. He's really good at finding candidates that are rocking. So right about there. Do we need a Fibit? 261 to 271, so $10. No, we don't need a Fibit. Okay. So, yeah, Robert, great break. True bear. Obviously, for me, I want it back up at that 279 level and a fail. And then that 261 is our first target. All right. Hope it helps. Barry, EEM. EEM. Barry, when I look at this, it reminds me the way that my coach, my mentor, Vaskin was his name, Vaskin Martin, from New York City. The way he taught me, the phraseology that he used here is that looks like grandma's teeth. All these spaces in there, right? That gapping all over the place scares the daylights out of me. So I would be very cautious with this company. Look for the most recent swing low, which would be down over here. But I'm just not. I'm assuming they're trading in another country and the U.S. just reacts to them when the market opens. So a little bit hard for me to give you a good answer on it, Barry. Sorry. Patty, Amazon. Come on, baby. Where are you? There you go. What a great setup on Amazon today. Patty, definitely true bear. Look for the retest of the 3209 and the fail down to 3128. Paul, you're welcome. Larry, I didn't know what you meant in there. What the blank for the class? Joan asked for Tesla. What a great company today, huh? At least they were. I haven't seen it in a little bit. Let's see what's going on with them now. Let's get a little bit of a picture. All right, so they stretched up. There we go. That's better. It's a more better. They stretched up to the 800 level and failed. This was on my list this morning as one of the candidates to watch. You could see the run that it made was, big gap and a good push and then a fail. They hit the most cars sold in a quarter ever for this last quarter, so that's what made them take off. But they just can't hold against a market that's that weak, right? Still bullish. Caution with the market being bearish. You're doing a counter trend trade right here on Tesla. But I like the bounce off 779. If we get a bullish move tomorrow, I'll be looking at it for sure if we kind of hold where we are. So hope that one helps. Tom's asking for the SPY who loved me or loves me, whichever one it is. Come on, baby. All right, so on SPY, we have got a potential Fibonacci four-step trade. So if we're looking at bearish, if we're looking at true bear here, which we could be by the end of the day, we're looking at our one line down here is going to be our target, right? If we get a bullish move tomorrow, we're looking for the move up, the bounce off the 764, and then a target of the 618, right? So hope that helps. John's asking for where the fibs are on Adobe. There you go, John. There are the fibs. There's a potential fib four-step also on Adobe. Buck Z from YouTube's asking for ATER. All right, so lower highs, bottoms holding, which gives us somewhat of this descending triangle. Right in here, as we're wedging down, we actually probably want to pull that in even there just to get more of the tops in there. If we get the break, we're looking at our move down. People will tell you that whatever this move here is, that is what your expected move to the downside is. That is not a true statement. That's expected, or I would like it. That doesn't mean I can have it. Right? Instead, you're looking for about 40% of that. So 40% of $8, 10% is 80 cents. So about $3. So we're looking at a $3 move to the downside if it does break. Now, this changes a little bit when you have such a low price stock. We're looking for the move to be right about 6.5-ish. All right. I don't trade a lot of these, not in bearish patterns. I love them in bullish, but not from bearish. Yeah. So Paul said it was a new issue electric truck maker to compete with Tesla. Yeah, that's what's driving it down, right? Hood. Robinhood, right? They are at 40.5. Let's pull the fibs out here. So we're looking at 35.25 as the next downside target. EEM. Oh, Barry said it's an ETF. Okay, so it is emerging market. So it's dealing with the overseas. That's what it is. Okay. Thanks for that, Barry. Appreciate it. Yeah, to me, it's mechanical. I don't even pay attention to what it is. I'm reading them out and throwing them up there. So Robert K and I, oh wow, he went back and pulled the exact date, guys. November 28, 2005, Northbrook, Illinois is when we first met. Illinois, not Illinois, right? Which is very noising when someone says that. Illinois. So long time, Robert. Absolutely long time. Yeah, when I'm in Chicago, I've let Robert know in the past. We go and hang out and get some great pizza. What's the name of that pizzeria, Robert, with the deep dish? Mike's asking for Amgen. Illinois. Oh, good, Alan. Illuminati's. Okay. Cool. All right. So you guys go check that place out. Gino East. Yeah, we've done a couple of different ones. Mike's asking for Amgen. Mike's following us on YouTube today. Oh, what did I do? Let's go back here. No, let's not save it. Okay, let's try that again. I hit a wrong key. Woo! Baby, 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 baby. I like it. Amgen is a zero-line breakout trade. And we are doing well. We've got our first target hit, second target down here at 206 quarter. If you're not in this right now, Mike, I'd look for the pullback to the 212 and a half, the fail, and target that 206 quarter as your exit. Larry's asking for Ford. All right. So Ford took a nice bounce today. I don't know if it's because of the anything to do with the announcement with Tesla. I'm not sure. I don't know what it is, but actually, let's pull this out. I would just be cautious with anything bullish right now. So that bounce off that 14, right, the 382, it's actually 14.5 is what we'd be looking for. 15 and a quarter is our target. And then last, Jim said that, yeah, Robert, we've done both. Exactly. Gino East and Lou Malnati's. Yeah, it's kind of like a double-headed head and shoulders, I guess, Jim. You got your shoulder here, but then that could be a shoulder as well. You got this double head thing, and then the right shoulder. Here's the magic question. What does Amazon do? Somebody tell me what Amazon does. Takes my money. Robert said a lot. When I was in Amway, they told me if you go to a barbershop, you got to tell the barber, if you don't buy the Amway products that I have from me, I'm not getting my hair cut anymore. So what does Amazon do? Amazon makes me money. See, it's all matter of, it's perspective. It's how you look at it, right? Sells everything in the world. Exactly. Even things they're probably not allowed to. All right, ladies and gentlemen, with that, we are done, right? Make it a profitable day. Stay focused on the quest to becoming a great trader. Keep crushing it. And remember, folks, you're just one trade away. Take care, and I will see all of you at the next update. Bye for now.